Hey mamas, it's your girl Carrie, and welcome back to Mom Wife Career Life. Today we're diving into part 2 of our Becoming Her series, the series where we're peeling back those layers of who you've been this year so that we can really step intentionally into the woman we want to become next year. And today's episode, we're talking about one of the biggest hats we wear, motherhood. Specifically, the mom you really want to be next year, the mom who feels more present and less pressured, the mom who isn't running on fumes, the mom who actually enjoys the moments instead of racing through them. But before we get into this goodness, I want to give you something that's going to help you make space in your schedule, that'll give you that headspace to actually do the work to become her. Because becoming her requires a lot of reflection, it requires a lot of intention, it requires breathing room. And right now, most moms don't even have enough breathing room to finish a cup of coffee without reheating it 3 times. And that's exactly why I created my latest freebie, ChatGPT Prompts Made Simple for Moms. I launched it 2 weeks ago and I'm already getting great feedback. So many of you grabbed it already. These prompts are going to help you free up time and, most importantly, your mental space. They take the pressure off your brain by just simplifying planning, simplifying your meals, your routines, all of that mental load, all the little decisions that make you feel so burnt out. So if you're serious about becoming the calmer, more intentional version of yourself next year, and you need that headspace to actually do it, this guide is the perfect place to start. So scroll down, grab it in the show notes, and let's create some room for the woman you're becoming. Are you feeling overwhelmed trying to juggle all the many hats you wear as a working mom? Do you want more quality time with your family without distraction of work, time alone to take care of yourself and your needs? Welcome to Mom Wife Career Life. I'm Carrie, a wife, a mom of 3, and a recovering perfectionist. In this podcast, I will teach you how to create balance in your life by implementing healthy habits, organizing your home and your schedule, being so intentional with your time and in your relationships, and most importantly, how to start putting your needs first because no one can pour from an empty cup. Grab that second cup of coffee, or if you're anything like me, your third. It's time to dive into today's episode of Mom Wife Career Life. Welcome back, my friends. Today, we are continuing our Becoming Her series, the gentle, reflective, intentional reset you didn't know you needed before stepping into the new year. Last week, we looked at the woman you've been this year, the strong one, the stretched thin one, the resilient one who somehow kept showing up even when she didn't feel her best. And today, we're zooming in on one of the biggest identities we have, the mom. Because let's be honest, motherhood brings out your best, your worst, your funniest, your craziest, and the version of you that sometimes hides in the bathroom just to breathe. And all of those versions are allowed to beautifully coexist. But as we wrap up this year and look ahead, we get to ask, what does the mom I want to be in 2026 actually look like? And if you're listening to this next year, just plug in the next year. Do you want to be more present, less pressured, more joyful, less overwhelmed? Let's talk about becoming her. And before we talk about shifting into a more present version of yourself, we really need to call out one of the biggest things standing in our way: perfection. And I know this oh too well. Somewhere along the way, we bought into this idea that being a good mom means doing it all: crafting, volunteering, cooking, working, leading, exercising, hydrating, meditating, exfoliating. I can't remember the last time I exfoliated. But moms, you are not a Pinterest board. You're a person with real kids, real laundry, real emotions, and social media does not help, especially this time of year when everyone's posting their perfectly behaved kids, their elves doing Mission Impossible stunts, and their homes looking like a holiday catalog. I've had to stop myself from scrolling more than once because while some posts made me smile, a lot made me feel less than. Like somehow everyone else is nailing motherhood and I'm second guessing myself on everything. And honestly, that's one of the reasons I post a lot less right now. Well, that and the fact that my kids asked me not to post their pictures without their permission, so I just kind of stopped. But honestly, I don't only want to show you the things that are amazing in my life without showing you all the struggles. And social media, it's really just everyone's highlight reel, not their full story. And when you start comparing your life to someone else's curated moments, of course you're going to feel like you're doing something wrong. But your life isn't supposed to be picture perfect. It's supposed to be yours, beautiful, messy, and imperfectly real. And perfection doesn't just steal your joy, it ends up stealing your presence. When you're so focused on doing everything right, we miss what's right in front of us. And I'm speaking from experience. I wasted so much time when my kids were younger, worrying about everything being perfect. And I'm so glad that I grew out of it. And I really hope that I'm encouraging you perfectionist mamas to do the work to let it go too. So today, let's shift it. Let's build the next version of motherhood around these 3 Ps: pause, prioritize, and play. The first P is pause. So before reacting, before rushing, before saying yes out of guilt, we're going to learn how to pause. A 5-second pause gives your brain the chance to just check in with your heart. You're going to ask yourself, is this really important? Or am I saying yes because I feel guilty? And I really want you to hear this. You don't have to do everything. You don't have to sign up for every event. You don't have to answer work emails after hours. Pausing shifts from that autopilot that we're all on to awareness. And awareness is really where that presence is going to begin. The second P is prioritize. Once you take that pause, you have the ability to prioritize. You're going to ask yourself, what matters in this season? What do my kids truly need from me right now? What do I need to show up as the person that I want to be? Maybe it's earlier bedtimes. Maybe it's fewer extracurriculars for your kids. Maybe it's setting better boundaries at work. Maybe it's takeout night so you can actually sit and enjoy your family. It's exactly what I'm doing after I record this episode. I am calling in Chinese food because mama ain't cooking tonight. Because prioritizing isn't about doing less. It's about doing what matters most on purpose. And when your schedule reflects your values, motherhood and just life, it's going to feel so much lighter. Not because the workload disappears, but because you're no longer fighting against yourself. Now let's get into the third P, the play. Play is the most underrated parenting tool out there. And yes, this applies no matter how old your kids are. Playing just simply evolves. For little ones, it might be puzzle nights or playing pretend. For school-age kids, it might be board games. And if you haven't played Telestrations yet, please do yourself a favor and go purchase that. Buy it for your kids. If you need to give a gift for their friends or family, it is just the perfect game for kids of all ages. As long as your kid knows how to draw or can use a pen, it is just so much fun, a ton of laughs. Highly recommend it. And if you have teens like me, playing may look like inside jokes, car ride conversations, shared shows, late night chats. I'm starting to get back into arts and crafts with them. We have those new watercolor paint books. I love them. I will post them in my Facebook group. Or if you're interested, just DM me and I'll send you what they are, but they're awesome. And honestly, kids know so much more than we do these days. Let them teach you something for once. So I'm sure there's something that they might love to enjoy doing that if you actually give them the time, let them teach you. And honestly, a good old-fashioned dance party, that's great for all ages. If your kids are a little older, they may cringe a little, but deep down, they might actually love it. And I tell them all the time that home is just the safest place to be silly. No judgment, no embarrassment, just let loose and laugh. And bedtime, that's another awesome place to actually play. Some of my favorite memories were telling bedtime stories with the kids. I would read them a book and then I would make up a story. I made up a character. She was a mix between a troll and an ogre, and her name was Cashley, which is a mix of both of my daughter's names, Kaylee and Ashley. And we took her on nightly adventures together. The girls would help me make up stories. And then when Michael started to get old enough, he joined in on the fun too. Play doesn't have to be this big thing. You don't need a whole lot of time. You just need to be intentional and be mindful. It isn't about doing more. It just means being more aware while you're doing what you're already doing. And honestly, before we wrap up, I want to add one more P. One that every mom needs, especially the moms who feel stretched thin, overwhelmed, or like they're snapping more than they want to. That fourth P is patience. Patience isn't something you are or aren't. It's something that you practice. And some seasons, it takes a whole lot more practice than others. I feel you on this one, mamas. If you find yourself getting frustrated with your kids, if you feel overwhelmed, tapped out, short-tempered, resentful at times, if you yell more than you'd like, or you lose control and hate the way it feels afterwards, I want you to hear this loud and clear. There is nothing wrong with you. You are not a bad mom. You are human, and you are doing the best with what you have. Patience grows when we create these small pockets of space before we react. Sometimes that means stepping into another room for a couple of minutes. Sometimes it means taking a breath so deep it resets your entire nervous system. Do not underestimate the power of breath work. I swear by it. Or sometimes it means washing your hands just to feel the warm water on your skin or splashing cold water on your face. Whatever it is that helps you. and find a space in your home, your corner, maybe at your bedroom, your bathroom, your porch, your car, wherever you can go for a moment of grounding. And in that moment, I just want you to close your eyes, put one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, and just feel the breath as it enters and exits your body. And you can count in your head the seconds of your inhale and your exhale. Those few seconds of focusing and pausing really just quiets down all the chaos that's going on outside of that room and really helps you reset. And if that doesn't work, screaming into a pillow can help too. It's like letting the steam out of the pressure cooker. Sometimes you just need that release. And honestly, when you model patience, even imperfectly, your kids are going to learn how to regulate themselves too. And patience isn't about never getting frustrated, because let's be real, that's impossible. It's about recognizing the moment that you need that reset and giving yourself permission to take it. And I promise you, the mom you want to be next year, she isn't a new version of you. She's a less distracted version of you, a woman who pauses, prioritizes, and plays her way through motherhood. Not perfectly, but presently. And if this episode is speaking to you, mama, this is your sign that you need to slow down just a tiny little bit this week. And don't forget to scroll down and grab my freebie, ChatGPT Prompts Made Simple for Moms. It's truly going to make your December lighter, calmer, and more intentional. And if you don't already follow the show, take a second and hit that follow button, because next week we're shifting into the next part of your identity, the partner you want to be next year, reconnecting with your partner beyond your to-do list. You've got this. And remember, you are doing so much better than you think. Sending you so much love and holiday light until next time on Mom Wife Career Life with Carrie Pat. Before you go, if you found this podcast helpful, I would be so grateful if you would take a minute, go on over to iTunes and leave me a review. If you have other stressed out mamas in your life that you feel this podcast could help, take a screenshot of this episode, post it on your Instagram stories and tag me, and let them know that they are not alone and they can create balance in their life too. If there's a topic you'd like me to cover or you just want to connect, DM me on Instagram at mom.wife.career.life, or come on over and hang out in our free Facebook community, Work-Life Balance for Working Moms. Sending you so much love and light until next time on Mom Wife Career Life with Carrie Pat.